queue for the audience to please welcome our speakers with a round of applause. A very warm welcome to you, Mr. Sangeet Singla ji and Mr. Nikhil Moghe. Over to both of you.
Couple of context and then we'll start. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Fire Chat conversation. And the topic is evolving role of sugar, ethanol and bioenergy in India's energy transition. Since yesterday, we have been witnessing a lot of inputs that have been coming for the bioethanol blending program, the success of it, the government interventions and so on and so forth. What is more important now is to look at future when we are looking at blending at 100%. Honorable Minister in the morning talked about E100. He also talked about what are the interventions that government is doing. So this conversation with Mr. Singla is very important in that context. And what we will try today to do is get Mr. Singla your perspectives on what's your view in terms of the policy interventions or innovations or stakeholder alignment when we talk of blending of ethanol at 100%, and also the journey towards moving there, right? Because it cannot happen overnight. So to start with, we are witnessing a lot of inputs or a lot of areas of concerns that were highlighted yesterday, but there is a lot of optimism in sense of yes, it can be achieved. There are a lot of to-dos to be done. So with that context, your perspective and your first thoughts on what should be our approach towards moving towards E100, right? So that could be a journey. So what will that journey look like for you?
Good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank ChiniMandi, Upal and Hemant for giving me an opportunity to be with all of you and share my thoughts. Before I respond to Vivek's question, I would like to give a small disclaimer that whatever I speak is my personal opinion. I am not sharing anything related to government policies. So generally in most of the conferences, I used to share government policy perspective, but here I am coming in my personal capacity, so whatever are my thoughts, those are my personal opinion. Kindly don't take as government's policy interventions or government's policy views. So regarding now your question of how to go about E100. So frankly speaking, Brazil is at around E46, 47. So we should try to achieve at least to that level. Achieving E100, I don't think in near future that is feasible, and whether it is desirable should also be the moot point. Because whenever you go for biofuel, and in the present state where we are using most of the biofuel is 1G, where we are using food, so will we be able to divert that much grains and that much sugar to ethanol or other biofuels? That is to be seen. To begin with, this is a teamwork of multiple departments as well as industry and automobile sector to achieve E20 within the stipulated time, which was already preponed to by 5 years. So, and now this indication of moving towards target of E30 is in itself is a humongous challenge for all the stakeholders. So there needs to be a strong collaboration between automobile sector and manufacturers. Definitely government is there to mentor and regulate and to promote, but this collaboration between automobile sector and manufacturers of ethanol is essential, and it's the foundation if we want to move ahead. Because today if you see, most of vehicles are only E20 compliant. Since 1st April 23 we are getting E20 engine compliant vehicles, material compliant, and last year onwards we are getting E20 engine compliant vehicles. So first of all we need to take uh, this automobile sector to move beyond E20. Then we have flex fuel vehicles, as Honorable Minister was telling that a few automobile manufacturers have started this manufacturing of flex fuel vehicles. But since we are reaching late to this arena, I would suggest that we need to go beyond flex fuel vehicles. We need to go to smart hybrid flex fuel vehicles, which are the most energy efficient and the least emitting vehicles. So I think we need to go behind that action plan. Government has already constituted a committee. I think that committee is going to submit its report shortly. So let's be hopeful. We are going to move very positively in that direction, but this is a long journey.
Yeah, and you touched upon a very important topic of diverting food towards fuel, right? And that has been a debate, and you are, I'm sure that you're aware of it in the European countries. So if you have to look at Indian context, how do we see or how do we scale up bioethanol if we are not looking at maybe diverting? Or your view is that we can look at a combination of food or any other feedstock that goes into creation of ethanol? Or when you talked of hybrid flex vehicles, right? So what's your thoughts on this particular area?
Currently, I don't think there is any necessity to debate on food versus fuel. Our country is food surplus. Our FCI godowns are having 3 times of the buffer stock norms. We have allowed wheat exports, and there is no dearth of food grains per se. So as on today, there is no need for this food versus fuel debate, at least in our country. And in near future also, I don't see, because we are an agrarian country. Our farmers are going to produce paddy, wheat, sugar cane, and other millets and grains. So currently, we need not to worry about food versus fuel. Our country has sufficient food, and rather with this Iran-US dispute, this shortage of fuel has come into picture, which is in a way good. Giving a good platform to biofuel sector, and government is acknowledging need to promote this sector further. So I would say that this is the Abda Mein Afsar kind of thing.
Yeah, and so essentially you're saying that let's take one step at a time. When we reach at a level when we have to worry, then we will worry then, rather than moving towards it.
No, what I'm saying is that our farmer are able to meet our food as well as fuel security requirements. So you need not to worry about that. And as I told earlier, that it is not possible to move the whole fuel basket to biofuel only. It is going to be a mix, and that is going to be the ideal situation.
Absolutely. And Honorable Minister also talked about that everything will coexist, because India is such a big market that we will have petrol, diesel working, we'll have EVs working, we'll have biofuels working, and so on and so forth. I want to now come to innovation, and the earlier panel, you would have heard them talking about a lot of innovation happening with this all AI and agentic interventions that are coming in. What's your thoughts in terms of that coming into agriculture, or even ethanol production, or even for looking at the overall ecosystem? Now, what is your view on how this is going to happen? Because you, and I'm sure that you would be working on a lot of such areas with respect to innovation at DRDO also. So what's your personal view on these areas?
Vivek, I would like to share this thing that in 22, in one of the conferences, I made a presentation to this similar gathering, that use of AI and digital agriculture is essential for sugar sector, and how we can lead from farmers' input and output management to government policy formulation. How can that be seamlessly integrated? I am still stand by my views on those. In the meantime, in last 4 years, industry has progressed a lot. Now many of the sugar mills especially corporate ones, are using AI. Baramati is well known for having collaboration with Microsoft. Then Balrampur, Chini, DCM, Shriram, and many others are collaborating with domestic companies on AI, precision AI. ISMA is also saying that they are using remote sensing to predict the data. But I think we have just made a great beginning. We have a long way to go, because out of 500 plus sugar mills, how many are into this now? Government of India has rather digitized the whole sector, at least in their functioning. Now you are submitting your data online, that has been converted to API based system, and then you are having GST data also corroborating the inputs given by industry. So I think government has used the technology, and sugar sector needs to come up with more. And one more aspect is that out of 100 rupees, we are, I think industry is giving 85, 86 rupees to farmer. So whatever industry is playing in 15, 14 rupees. So efficiency and increasing productivity is the game for the industry. And with this challenge of declining share in ethanol, it is all the more becoming serious. So I think digitalization of sugar mills, use of AI, enhancing the productivity of farmers, these are the key areas, and I think as an industry we need to go ahead. Individually, you are most welcome to make efforts, but if we don't work together, then we will be progressing in bits and pieces. We will have few pockets of prosperity, but sector will remain at the same place, because then most of the people will seek same support from Government of India, which we are seeking since ages. So we need to move beyond seeking support from Government of India, and for that, the industry need to move together. Thank you.
Yeah, and coming to that point of industry needs to, move together. Ethanol industry anyways has a lot of diverse set of stakeholders, right? From the farmers to the sugar, manufacturers, to the oil marketing companies, and then the automobile manufacturers, right? So, and these stakeholders in the Indian context, they come under various departments or various ministries, right? So that collaboration is something that is very, very important. So what is it that we as an industry should do to, enhance this collaboration, or look at, everybody coming together everybody is working towards a single cause, right? So how do we, work towards it?
I think, first of all, all of us must acknowledge the collaboration. This is I think, most closely associated industry where farmers and millers are working together. Though I'm still saying that there is a lot to do by the industry, because I'm always saying, Upal, that where is the representation of farmers in your conferences? And this is the same thing I'm raising with ISMA or Federation. Federation is one where farmers get some representation, but otherwise, where is the farmer in this conference who is getting 88% or 85% of your revenue? And if I can give a suggestion here, that even today farmer is dissatisfied with the whole ecosystem. Farmers are still raising protest because they are not getting their payments in time. We may be giving 70-80% payments in time, but still it is a huge money for farmers whose only source of income is this. They are not diversifying. Sugarcane farmer is getting income once a year by selling this product, and they need that income immediately, because they are being charged interest by the input creditors. So if they are not getting payment in time, then they are also facing huge interest burden. So I just want to throw a suggestion to all of you, if you guys can consider that can we go for TradeX kind of platform for releasing payment to sugarcane farmers, where they can, industry and farmers can have some bearing the burden of cash discounting, and farmers can get immediate payment in their accounts. This will be revolutionary to begin with and will address many of the concerns of sugar mills, because they will be out of so many bureaucratic hassles. They need not to make so many reports to concerned district collectors and face that recovery notices and all. So industry will be far more compliant, farmer will be far more happy, and the collaboration which we are expecting will be far more stronger. Thank you.
So, Utpal, you have a homework which has been given to you, and maybe next year's conference we will have some farmer representations there. Sir, I'll come to the last point, which is on pricing, right? And in yesterday's one of my panels, I was just discussing, can we look at an innovative pricing mechanism when it's ethanol, right? And your quick remarks on that.
I beg to differ with the industry demands. Most of the time we are always seeking increase in price of ethanol, rightly so, because input price is increasing, so they are their demand is genuine. I am not saying their demand is not, but we industry, especially sugar sector, is not getting any increase since last 3 years. Almost 3 years happened, sir. 4 years. So we are not getting an increase. So let's change our strategy. Let's be competitive and say ki let's go for bidding process, and now we will quote the price. Let's compete. Otherwise, we will never get the price we deserve.
Okay, thank you. I think our time is up. It was a pleasure speaking to you, Mr. Springer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to both you gentlemen for a wonderful conversation. Can I just request you both to please remain on stage for a moment? Since we have two wonderful people on stage with us who've really shared some amazing thought processes and viewpoints with us, may I please request, the conversation is still going on. It's so interesting. I actually want to request Mr. Nikhil, can you please do us the honor of felicitating sir? Can we request you to do that for us to felicitate Mr. Sangeet Singla ji?